Hello, family. Formerly travel snack pack. I still consider you guys a nice snack pack. So, welcome. So good to be back. Whoa, this is a little high. Uh, Welcome back to the live stream. And I've been away for a couple weeks, and it has been an interesting couple weeks. Just uh, you know, kind of getting a little bit of rest, doing a few things, and just kind of listening to God, really, and kind of reassessing all things YouTube and all the things. So, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Hold on, real quick. Uh, okay, sorry about that. Let's see who is in the house tonight. And thank you guys for being here. Better Flights in the house. Yes, glad you are live streaming today. Hey, Debbie. Can't wait to see what you're up to now. Thank you for being here. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Hey, Grant is in the house. Grant's our moderator. Hello from Canada. Grant's been around for a very long time, just doing a great job moderating for the channel. And I just appreciate you so much, Grant. Hey, Jim, how are you? Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, did the blend disappear? I can't find it in my subscriptions anymore. Well, the blend did indeed disappear. It has already came and went. That's who I was just texting is Tim, because I don't know how much he's already shared with his channel, so I don't want to share on behalf of him. But basically, let me see if he responds, and then I'll circle back to your question. Hey, Tammy's in the house from Georgia. Tammy, I met in real life. Wonderful person. And also, I want to give Tammy a shout out because it was yesterday or the day before. She sent a Cash App donation to support the channel. And Tammy's been like an incredible supporter of the journey and this channel and just keeping it afloat. So I appreciate you so much. So I want to give you a shout out. I think this mic is a little loud. I don't know. Is it loud for you guys? I don't know. Let's see. Let me just turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit, because I can hear it in my ear and it's a little loud. But I'm going to give Tammy a... Whoa, now I got to watch an ad. I'm not done giving my hallelujahs. Thank you so much, Tammy, for the donation. That really cheered me up. And I'm going to tell you, it always cheers me up, and it always is just a blessing, like a totally true blessing. But this week especially was a huge blessing, because when I got the donation, I was just leaving the mechanic. And it's kind of weird, but when I was in New York, my friend and roommate Ivana, she was driving my van going somewhere, and she's like, "Oh, one of your blinkers is fast blinking." And I said, "Oh, that means it burned out." I said, "Could you just take it to AutoZone and get a new one put in?" So she did, but within a couple of days, that light bulb had busted out, and so it was like right when I was coming back from New York. So I said, "Just leave it and I'll deal with it." So I went back to AutoZone, had them put in another bulb, and that one did fine. But then the other side popped, like blew out. And when I went over there to get it fixed again, when he tried to pull the bulb out, it was like melted, and the other side was melted. Thank you. I see the hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so I took it to a mechanic, and they were like, the whole housing unit is melted from the two like lights blowing out. So they recommended that I actually take it to an electrical mechanic. And so I just took it there, and to get the whole housing replaced and the two sockets were bad, it came out to $586. And I was like, What? Almost $600 to replace 2 bulbs, but I guess it was the whole housing situation, housing assembly, plus the sockets were, I don't know, corroded for, like, because my van is old. They said that the wires going into the sockets were still okay, but the sockets were bad and they had to replace the whole thing. And so with labor and parts and stuff, it was like 586. And so right after that is when I got Tammy's donation and I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I was not expecting to spend $600 on some blinkers. So this week's been a little challenging, but I just thank God and I appreciate you very much, Tammy, and I appreciate the donation. So thank you so, so much. Hey, Rose, how are you? Hey, Doofus Adventures from Oceanside. One of my favorite places is over there in Carlsbad near Oceanside. So I can't wait to go back to visit. Hey, CA. Hey, Rebecca says, love the dog on the bed. Oh, yeah, that's Jack. He's Ivana's dog. He's probably just going to be chilling through the whole live stream because that's what he does. He's like 13 or 14 years old, so he deserves to rest. Oh. Okay. Betterflight says, ooh, nice dog. Rev Fred March, Faith over fear. Amen. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Hey, Nelson. I've been doing great. Thank you for being here. Good to see you today. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Hey, Tracy's in the house. Tracy Weeks. Also, if you guys see people's names highlighted with a little star next to them, those are our membership members, and they've just, taken the step to be like a member. And I usually put like little exclusives on there. I've been slacking on that, so I need to get back to doing that. And also, if there's anything new that's coming up that I'm going to share on the channel, then I will post it to my members first, just as a little, a little extra perk just for supporting the channel. Also, I've been recording things like when I go out throughout Vegas. Like I've been to a basketball game and I went to go see one of the shows here and just whatever, like a few little things. I'm going to put like a little compilation. I'm going to try to do that once a month, just almost like an ode to travel snacks, if you will, just a little field trip. So for the members, I'm going to put that on the membership channel, just so the algorithm doesn't get confused, but I'll put that to the membership. So just so you guys can know like what I'm doing. Also, I got to turn the fan on because I'm blazing hot. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, so if you'd like to become a member, you can hit the little $ under the chat and that'll get you to be a member. Also, if you are, even if you're not a member, but if you're already a member and you want to bless somebody with a membership, you can also hit the $ and then just say like, buy like 1 membership, 2 memberships. And then throughout this live stream, throughout this chat, YouTube will randomly pick however many people you buy the membership for, and we'll bless them with 1 month free of the membership. So that's kind of cool as well. So that's what the little star next to some people's names mean. Hey, Lance, how are you? So that's Jack back there on the bed. Hey, Miss VG3 from South Florida. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so I just got a message from my friend Tim Ward, who most of you already know, and I can't reveal all the informations, but basically, one of the reasons we started the Blend channel, was called The Blend, it was another YouTube channel, was because we really wanted to have another show, because we like talking. I mean, we just like talking and talking about current events and culture and different things like that. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. And we started that channel, and we only wanted to do it if we were going to be able to do it in person, like a talk show. And so we talked for quite a while to like organize that. And I was like, well, I'm kind of like, especially here in Vegas throughout the summer, but for sure, I'll be here for a few more months. And so he's like, I can come to Vegas and we can do the show. But just found out recently that he's going to be leaving Vegas, and I'm not at liberty to share any more information than that. And so I just didn't feel comfortable continuing. Like, I just didn't want to do it as just like a hobby, just like here and there, like once a month, or we just go on whenever, because I want to build a community. If I do anything like another channel, I really want to like put all my efforts towards it. And I just didn't feel like it was going to be able to hit the same way after finding out that he was going to be leaving Vegas. So we had a good talk. We're still friends. We went to lunch today because he's leaving Vegas. And so anyways, we made the decision to just, hide the channel because we had only done 3 live streams. So it really wasn't like we hadn't even made a video. We were just doing live streams from the beginning. So anyways, it was kind of a bittersweet, sad little thing because I was like all excited about it. But at the same time, I was like, well, I really need to put my efforts onto this channel, especially since I just changed, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, a lot of you guys know that I'm not really in my van. I still have my van, but I'm, kind of moving on from travel content and moving on to talking about just like things that I really enjoy, which is Christianity, the Bible, God. I came from, being in a cult before. I was in the New Age for a while. And there's like lots of different things that I want to talk about that I'm very passionate about that really doesn't have anything to do with traveling. And so I have really prayed a lot about this. And as you can see, I've changed the name of the channel to just my name. I was going to try to come up with something more clever, but I was like, okay, let me just try to keep things simple. And so I just changed it to my name. So if you don't know, my name's Allison Sharpe. And that's what the name of this channel is now. I redid the banner. I redid the description. And it was a big, 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 big decision, a big move. Maybe not to you guys, but to me, it really was very difficult. And I'm sure for you guys too, because you guys know this is Travel Snacks. All of you guys probably came here from the travel content, for me living in my car and then living in my van. And I love those times, that time of my life. So I wanted to kind of reintroduce the channel as just my name, because I'll be making content that's just like my life, and it may not include specifically travel. And occasionally it might, it's just, I guess I'll just be posting things that I feel called to post, and with the live streams as well. So let me read a few more comments, and then we'll chit chat more about that and just the direction of the channel and what you guys would like to see, because I always want to like include you and just like, this is basically like, I know it's me on the camera, but I mean, the channel wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for you guys. So I want to just include you in all the things that I do. Tracy says, hey, my friend, sorry, I've been out of touch for a bit. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Hey, Dexter. Jim says, I'm blessed. Thank you for asking. Good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Russell, how are you? Hey, Old Soul Pammy from Atlanta. Love Atlanta. Let's see. Rev Fred from Ottawa, Canada. Awesome. Okay, so the mic's not overly loud. It was just really loud in my ear, so I was hoping that it wasn't like super loud for you guys. Let's see. D. So reintroduce yourself already. That's 3 minutes of my life I won't get back. Bye. Okay, well, that's okay. I feel like if you can't be patient for 3 minutes for another human being, you might want to pray about that. And you might want to just take a minute to reevaluate the speed of your life, because maybe you need to slow down and just relax. It's going to be okay. Lee Smith is in the house. Welcome. Grant. Oh man. Rose says, "Thank God the van didn't catch fire." Exactly, and they were saying, actually, the first mechanic I took it to was saying that what was happening was whenever I would turn on the blinker, it would get so hot. Because think about it, like it would have to get so hot to burst the bulb, and so he was saying it would get so hot so fast that it was melting the plastic. So it could have, I probably caught on fire, and so I was like getting nervous every time I put the blinker on, and I would want to still put the blinker on for the back so that people, for safety reasons, so people would know that I'm turning, but I wouldn't want to turn it on because I didn't want the front one to be busting into flames. So I didn't appreciate having to pay that much money, but I was like, I can't drive around like this because that makes me nervous. Tracy says, "Ouch, my car just cost me $550 for a fuel pump." So I feel, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, totally. Hey, Mark, Paper Hanger says, "You are giving up on snacks." I definitely am not giving up on actual snacks, but I've kind of given up on snacks, to be honest, but not, no, I'm not giving up on snacks. But what I'm saying is I changed the name of the channel, but in terms of actual like food snacks, I haven't really been eating a lot of snacks because I guess you could call it a diet. I mean, that's the proper word for it, but I've just been eating better. Um, I've lost 12 pounds. So for those that were doubting me, and I know Grant was joking about this a while ago, because I had been saying I need to lose my last 20 pounds like for 2 years. So I am down 12 pounds. I still have, to me, I want to lose maybe like, I don't know, like 8 to 10 more pounds, maybe. I'll see. Cause like, I'm feeling pretty good, but I definitely could, you know, probably lose 8 to 10 more pounds. Uh, but I've been feeling a lot better. So I haven't really been snacking a lot. Now I will say, I keep it real and honest over here. I've been pretty much sticking to potatoes. This is how I've been losing the weight, is like I've been eating mostly meals with potatoes, like beans, pretty much everything that has no oil. So like corn tortillas with no oil, um, cabbage. Like I've been making like this Asian salad with cucumbers and tomatoes and like rice vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Um, I've been eating, rice. I have been eating salmon though. I've been eating salmon and tuna. So just, and a lot of vegetables and just like couple fruits here and there. But for the most part, I've been eating pretty healthy, like no sugars and oils. Um, I pretty much cut out coffee for almost the whole month of August. I will say that I was going to go the whole month, but then probably about the 23rd, I don't remember now, like maybe no, it's like more like the 25th or 26th. Um, I did start drinking coffee again, but I've just been drinking it with a little bit of milk. Um, at first, I wasn't even using sugar, which that's a miracle for me, but I just wanted that taste of coffee. So I really haven't been snacking a lot, but the honesty comes in because my friend and roommate, Ivana, she is out of town right now. She left yesterday. And last night I was just in like a craving mode. So I did order a pizza by myself, bro. I didn't eat the whole thing, but I ate a pizza, and today I can feel like I'm more puffy. Like I immediately feel the difference. Probably just because I've been eating so pretty healthy and not eating a lot at one time. So my portions have been pretty small. So last night I actually felt kind of sick after I ate the pizza, and today I feel like kind of more bloated-y and just like whatever. And then today I went out to lunch with my friend Tim, and we went to a buffet, which I never get my money's worth at a buffet because I can't eat that much at one sitting. So it was more like an Asian buffet. So I had, like they had sushi there, and they had, like egg rolls and noodles and stuff like that. So I the taste was great. The food is great. But I'm just noticing that now I've been eating more healthy, that now when I eat more kind of poorly, I can feel it pretty quickly, and I don't really love that feeling. So that's kind of good in a sense. So kind of my little rule of thumb is, when I'm here at the house or whatever, I just eat pretty healthfully. And then if I go out with friends or family or something like that, then I'll just eat like normal. I'm not going to be like, can I just get like a leaf of lettuce and a potato wedge? Because I want to be able to enjoy my time with, whoever I'm out with. Um, but even in that, I'm not going to like be getting the most like high calorie situation. I mean, occasionally I will, but that's basically what I've been doing. So in a sense, I kind of did give up on snacks for now, but snacks is still in my blood and in my heart. So that's the long answer. Hey, Jaleesa from Southern California. Hey, Sharon Hammonds, newbie. Heard about you from another YouTuber, Abaya Bina. Oh, I have to look up that name. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to have you here. Hey, L Apple Dumpling. Rebecca says, best wishes for Tim. Love the dynamic you two have. Hopefully he can guest star one day. Yes, me and Tim are still good friends, and we'll still be like guest starring on each other's channels. Like we're just friends in general, and we've done the dual live streams at times, and those are really fun. So even though we're not gonna have a dedicated channel, and that was our second channel that we've done together. Even though like we love talking and being on like live streams and stuff together, I just don't think it's like what I learned from that experience is that it's really difficult to do a channel with another person that you're not like living with or married to or like basically like in a relationship, unless those people like literally like live in the same city and they each have a house and like they're like staying there, but I'm kind of a traveling nature type of person. He's kind of a traveling nature person, and it's just really difficult to like maintain that sort of thing. So I've learned my lesson. So if you guys hear me say I'm going to make another channel with Tim, just know I'm not going to, because that is just not probably conducive to both of our schedules. But anyways, yes, he'll probably be on my channel at some point. T. Elwood Rockefeller. I did the nomad thing for a year, although I was in a canvas tent and pickup truck. I'm not sure it's a long-term lifestyle for most people. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it, but there was like a shelf life for me. Also because I had that pizza and like salty stuff, sodium, I'm feeling very dehydrated. So I need to drink more water. Tim is on the move again. Yes, indeed. Rose says, I wonder if you could do something similar to the blend with various guests. So let me read some more comments, and then I'm going to tell you about this new channel, and that's kind of where we're going to go with that. Tracy says, oh, that's sad, but understand not carrying on with the blend. Yes, I know. It's a bummer. I was bummed out. Ricky says, hi, Allison. I hope you're doing well and making a ton of money. I wish I was making a ton of money. But thank you so much. Yeah. Just One Night says, hello. Hey. I only found you because of Tim, and I happen to like you. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Tracy says, as I always said, whatever you want to do, oops, I'll always support you. Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the people that have sent messages like that, because it really is encouraging. So I appreciate any messages. And I've received a few messages just like in the past few weeks, just specifically by email, or if I've met you in person and you may have my phone number, then, people have been sending me texts. And it really does make a difference to me, because when you're a content creator, it is very lonely in a sense of like you're basically just staring at a screen by yourself. And there's a lot of times where you're like, do people care about this? So it's nice when people send messages. I love people who feel they can be uniquely themselves. You do you and just give it your best. Yes, indeed. I've tried so many things on this channel, which I appreciate you guys giving me the space and the grace for me to try all these things. Thank you guys for the hearts and the emojis. I appreciate that. Also, if you're already on this live stream, you must put a like on it, because that lets YouTube know that you like this live stream. But I've tried a lot of things, because I believe that in this life, you have to try all the things that you feel that you might want to try, because if you don't, you might have regrets later, like, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I would have tried that. So I try a lot of different things. I've tried different channels, different types of content, and it may not make sense to some people, but to me, it does help me. It helps me to get things out of my mind and be like, okay, I tried it. And even if it didn't work, I feel good about trying different things. Hey, Freebird. God bless you as well. Hey, Jacqueline. A big hello from Jackie in Wales, UK. Awesome. Ricky wants to know, do you have any advice for getting out of the friend zone? I think the friend zone gets a bad rap. I think that most people are trying to get out of the friend zone, but why wouldn't you try to lean in on the friend zone? Like, unless you like that person as like wanting to be in a relationship. But I think there's sometimes that people want to get out of the friend zone. And I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, just in my thoughts in general, like sometimes people are like, oh, I want to sleep with that person. And that's a weird feeling for the other person if they're like, oh, that person just wants to sleep with me. But if that person's genuinely like your friend, then embrace it. I think it's great. Like, go be friends, like get out and do stuff together. And I think in doing those things, like if you're like spending a lot of time doing activities with a certain person and you guys are having a great time, then be friends. And then if you just feel like I just cannot only be this person's friend, then you have to tell that person, hey, like I want more from this. And it's okay if you say no, but I just feel like I have to say something. And then give that person the freedom to say yes or no. And if that person's like, no, like I literally just love being your friend, then that's the end of that. And then just keep it pushing, for other datings. But if that person's like, all right, you know what, I like you like that too. And then that's it. Then you get out of the friend zone and then you're in a relationship zone. So that's the way I feel about friend zone. Hey, Joanna from Adventures of Miss Peach. Don't listen to those complainers about you wasting their time. Thank you, Joanna. Also, so glad you are still moving on and keeping on. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jacqueline, well done on the weight loss. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. 12 pounds. Congratulations. Keep going. Progress is a great move. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the whoop whoops. I'm getting ready to do the Revers. I have been talking about God on YouTube for the last year now. I'm going to start traveling and ministering to people on the road. That's awesome. Lance says, that's awesome about the 12 pounds. You're perfect the way you are, but congratulations. That's like 48 quarter pounders with cheese. Hey, that's a good visual. Like, that's a lot of cheese burgers. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. Lee says, I've been eating Del Taco. That will do a number on you. Yes, indeed. I do like a good Del Taco. And I know Del Taco's not everywhere. So for those that have never tried it, you should try it, even though it's kind of gross, but good at the same time. Thank you guys for the hearts. Yeah, Del Taco's a hit, but yeah, I haven't had Del Taco in a minute. Rev Fred, I pray God blesses your new path and it increases quickly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Candy Purple. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Tatiana. Just one night. Okay, bye from me in Australia. Whatever you do, I'm sure you'll be doing it well. Stay safe. Thank you so much. Hey, Jake. Texas Granny 2. Hey, lady, will you be creating a new jingle or keeping the original snack time at the end of your videos? I think I'm going to keep it. I know it says snack time, which might seem weird for those that don't know, but if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like a little ode to the beginnings of our family, our community. And, if people watch to the end and they still have questions, they can ask, like, why do you have a jingle that says snack time? And I'll be like, well, why don't you go back and watch some of my older videos? But I think it's cute. And I think there's a lot of people that like it and I like it. So I think I'm going to leave it. If it was at the beginning, then I might have changed it. But since it's at the end, I don't know. I don't see why it can't stay. TL Wood, all that said, I'm not really interested in Bible study channel, but I hope you all enjoy and wish you all, Allison and audience, the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Lee says, any friend of Tim is a friend of mine. Awesome. Roderick says, Allie, you do you. Thank you. Rose says, we fail at everything we don't try. If we don't try, we don't know. Facts. Lee says, when in tough times, how do you get through them? I get through tough times by talking with God, depending on God, and then also surrounding myself with solid people that have the same values as I do. Um, and also to remember that tough times are temporary most of the time, even if it's not immediately like over in like a day or a week, even if you're going through something and it's like taking a long time, it's still temporary. Like I'd say most people aren't in the same place they were in even a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So even if you're going through a rough time, after a while, life's going to change, something's going to happen. So I can't speak for all circumstances because there's so many different things going on in life, but you can get through it by just taking it one step at a time. All you do, that's all that you can do. Yes, indeed. Rose says, if you're only a friend because you are trying to manipulate them into sleeping with you, you aren't really a friend and should cut them loose. Facts. If you want to marry the person, friendship is the better foundation. Yes, I agree. Tracy says, oh, definitely keep the jingle. I would miss that. I love it. Yay. Just past Barstow Del Taco. Yes. Where's my chicken? I just checked with God. He told me, he said it's okay to bring back the highlights in your hair. I don't think that's going to happen. I think my brown hair is here. My brown hair is here to stay. Also, I was 10% cuter earlier today. I just want you guys to know that this frizz, this happened because I actually curled my hair for this live stream. And then I went out to lunch with Tim. And then after that, I went in to grab something from Walmart. And when I was coming out of Walmart, it was literally pouring like a shower outside. And there was at least 12 people standing at the door inside of Walmart. Like, now what do we do? Like, we can't walk out in that. Like, it was pouring. And there was like water just like, because the Walmart parking lot's like kind of angled. There's just like sheets of water just like pouring. And I was like, bro, like I gotta get back, I gotta get back home. And so I waited for a while and then I was like, bro, stop. It's water. Chill. And so I just went out and walked in it. So now my hair is, damp and I was like, I'm literally not going to recurl my hair. And now it's all like frizzy. So it just is what it is. So I was 10% cuter earlier and now maybe not as cute, but anyways, my brown hair is going to stay because what's happening here? Because it's my natural color. And it's been so much easier to be able to just, like when my gray roots are showing, it's just been so easy to just not highlight, but just do like a root touch up on my own. And I've saved so much money because when I have my blonde highlights, it was so expensive. It was like $200 to $300 every 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm like, that's like very expensive. That was like one of my biggest expenses. That was like a luxury. That was like my only one luxury thing that I did for myself. And I was just like, is it really worth it? Like after a while. And so I'm happy with it. But yeah. Hey, Maddie G, just popping in to say hi. In the process of moving into my camper tonight. Oh, congratulations. Just wanted to say hi. God bless you. You look super cute. Thank you so much. Lee says, I still love the knock on the van video. Hey, Swagustin from Phoenix. Text Granny, Rain, what's that? That's funny that you said that because my son, Marcus, he lives in Dallas, and he's called me earlier today when I was in Walmart, and I was telling him, oh my gosh, I can hear the rain outside. Like when I was in Walmart, I could hear the rain on the roof of Walmart. And he was like, I wish. He's like, in Texas, we're in the 110 degree weather still, like solid for like 2 months straight. And he was just like, I'm over it. So I hope you guys get rain soon. So anyways, I just wanted to, chat with you guys, come back on, just let you guys know that I'm back with the live streams. I don't necessarily know if they're going to continue to be like at a designated time every week. I'm just kind of trying to let things flow the way they need to flow. And I like to mix things up. So we'll see. I would like to do some more live streams, just maybe throughout the week, whenever I feel like encouraged to do one. Because there's times where it'll be like I have something to say, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta wait till Friday because that's like the designated time that we have. But then there's times where I'm just like, I could just go live right now, and just talk. So I might do that. Um, so we'll see. Um, Ricky says, well, I want to get out of the friend zone because we both used to really like each other, but over time we just stayed friends because we both get hurt. And yes, I would marry her. Oh, that's so sweet. I think in those situations, you'd have to try to be as certain as possible in terms of like your commitment. And if you are committed, you guys could get through it. I think people can get through it if they decide to be committed to each other because there's no guarantees in life. But if you both care and you're just letting hurt stop you, then you're going to continue to be hurt by just hanging out because you both like each other. So I would give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, you could still be friends. It might be weird, but you could still be friends. Tracy says, always love to see you, and I love streams on the spontaneous times too. Awesome. It's a flash flood. Okay. I keep getting these flash flood warnings because it's literally raining so hard that everything is like flooding. It's like the streets are like so just waterlogged. Um, so they keep sending these flash flood warnings. Rose says, even my stream is dry. My little pond is so dry that I can't walk across it. Oh no. Hey, Rothound. Rebecca says, it's hard to find the live streams, not enough notice. Oh, okay. Yes, I try to put like the little notification up in the earlier part of the day. But like I said, sometimes I don't even know what I want to talk about, because it's almost like uh, um, it's like I like just when I have thoughts, I want to talk about it. And so when I make it a certain time, it's like I might be like drawing a blank, really. Sometimes I'm like, what am I going to talk about on Friday? Like, what am I talking about? I want to make it interesting. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't really know what to say. So I'll try to give as much notice as possible. Aaron says, I was in a cult for a few years. The CPTSD I have developed from it is affecting my relationship and work. Oh, goodness. I definitely get that. Because for those of you that have watched the videos of me talking about me being in a cult years ago, it was very hard after it was over because there was no like real like stability mentally because you were really trying to like untangle what you think you know and what other people know and even what they think they know and they don't know, and then you're trying to just like manage it all and trying to sort it out, but and then everybody has their opinion about things and it's very difficult, and then you're trying to hang on to God and like it's just hard. I get that. I totally get that. So I'm sorry to hear that you're in a cult, and I'm sorry that it's affecting you and your relationships and work. I think one of the best things that helped me was to just like write down my feelings, like do a brain dump and just get everything out on paper and just look at it and just realize that a lot of that was emotional. A lot of that was feelings that I needed to deal with, like get it out. Don't try to like stuff it down. Try to just like let it come out. There was times where I was like, oh my gosh, if I just like let it out, I'm just going to cry forever. But, there was times where I did cry for a long time, but then I'm just like, all right, some of it's, coming out to the surface. And now I'm feeling, a lot better. And then over time, you just realize that it's the lies. It's the, you know, feeling kind of dumb. Like, why did I fall for that? And so then it's like, then you just get mad and there's like a lot of stages, but that's like one of the things which I'll start talking about now is like one of the reasons that I want to like with this channel, a lot of it is going to be like faith based. But also on the flip side, I'll be talking about different types of cults and maybe even scams because there's so much there's so many lies. There's so many ways that we're lied to in this world. And I've only ever lived in America. So that's why can only speak from that perspective. But I think in America, there's a lot of like, if you're hearing about something, it's probably because someone's trying to sell you something. Um, like when I was talking to my friend today, Tim, we were at lunch and we were just talking about, we got on the topic of like taking showers and baths and like cleanliness and stuff like that. We were talking about like hotels and how, hotels don't like wash the comforter, but they do wash the sheets. But then like sometimes people could get lazy and maybe don't wash the pillowcases or something like that. And it's like, don't get me wrong, that is, they definitely should. But we were just talking about how, in America we have like soap, but then we have body wash, but then we have like body butter and body oil. And then you need this special soap and then you need this. And this is formulated with this and formula. And then you go to the store and you see like 150 types of soaps. And it's like, when did we as like a society decide that like showering daily was the thing, like the way it needs to be? Like how do things get decided? Because in other cultures they don't shower every day, and in some cultures they don't even have enough water to do that, nor do they have products to do that. And when I was living in my van, I still don't shower every day, but I feel clean. I'm like sit in the house mostly, but it's just like, I think just there's been a lot of um manipulation and a lot of things where people will tell you something, but it's to their benefit. And so I want to like talk about a lot of those things on my channel. But a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is faith based in terms of Christianity, because that's the world lens that I look out of. And so I really appreciate the messages that I got from my last video, even though that didn't get like the most views. I really appreciated the comments because there was a lot of people that said that it really helped them at that moment. And just that the way that I approach talking about God and the Bible is like a little bit lighter and it's not so like in your face. And, you know, maybe it's just the way that I talk or that like, I don't know, but I appreciated that comment or those comments because obviously like I believe the things I believe and I want to share some of the things that I'm thinking of or things that I've learned in the Bible or, things I've learned along my journey of being a Christian. But I also know that I don't want to like, um, I don't want to be the type of Christian that is so critical of other people. And don't get me wrong, like I'm going to be calling people out, like calling things out that I don't think is right. But I feel like that's a way to do it. Another thing is that there was a couple negative comments on that video. And one of them was like saying like, my husband had to click off because your shirt was unbuttoned. And I'm like, she's like, why did you unsnap your shirt? And I'm like, bro, I literally put on a tank top. I didn't even unsnap it wasn't a thought in my head like, ooh, let me unsnap my button so that I can get more views. When in the history of my channel have I ever been that type of person that's like, ooh, let me, just wear a bra on this video? So it's just like, I really do not like when people identify as Christians and then they're so harsh on other people and they're so ugly in their response. It's like, do you want other people to become Christians or not? Because the way you're acting, I wouldn't want to be a Christian if you were the authority of that movement. So when I talk about these different things, it's like I want to come from a like perspective of why can't we all just respect each other? Obviously, I have my beliefs, but at the same time, everybody else does too. So I don't really know, but I just know I want to share different things and people can take it or leave it. Really, it's the end of the day. Like, people don't have to watch this channel, you know? Like, I just want to be like a beacon of light. Okay, that was like a little rant. Hey, Hey, Mara, Elaine, you could do blend episodes occasionally, even with the split screen when in different areas. We could, but that would just take extra time. And I like the way YouTube is, it's like it kind of rewards the consistency of different channels. And so, like, if you're not really being consistent, then it's kind of like a bummer. But again, like I said, we'll probably still be, showing up on each other's channels. Lee says, I'm in Salt Lake City. I think it is going to rain all weekend. And the crazy thing is a holiday weekend. Is it? It's a holiday weekend here in the US. Is it also for Canada and other countries? But it's going to be crazy. And in Las Vegas, where I'm at, there's so many accidents. So many accidents. I don't know if people are just like in a hurry. I don't know what it is, but there's like I've never seen so many accidents anywhere I've lived. And so now that it's raining, there's probably going to be like a bazillion more accidents. So I'm praying for those that are on the road because I really don't want to see any more accidents. But there's so much water coming down. So if you don't have to go out, don't go out because it's going to be packed and it's raining depending on where you're at in this, whole world. Don't hold yourself to any schedule. It's your channel. Those that want to hear what you have to say will still follow you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jim says, there's been a lot of bad weather everywhere. Signs of the times. There's been crazy weather all over the place. Tracy says, I get the notification and just say yes to tell me when you're on. So if it's not a good time, I can watch later. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Right now, I prefer lives because it's fun to chat. We just need a theme so like-minded interests can come together. Yes, exactly. And this is going to be the part of the live stream that I'm going to ask you guys, what themes and topics would you guys like? Now, I have like, this is one notebook of stuff. Like, I'm not going to show you all the stuff, but this is like full. And I'm going to buy another notebook because now I'm going to be doing like more faith-based and cult stuff. So I need to do my research. But I love to hear from you guys now that I'm not doing specific travel content. What kinds of things do you like? When it comes to like the realm of things I kind of mentioned. Like I'm not going to be having a cooking channel because I'm not a great cook. And I know I need to stop saying that because I can cook, but I'm just like not like a chef. But I won't be doing like that kind of content, or I'm not going to be doing a math channel because I'm really bad at math and I can really say that confidently. But in the realm of the things that I was talking about, what are some of the themes that you guys would be interested in seeing videos of or having live streams about, because I will write it down and, keep it in my mind. Like I said, I have hundreds of video ideas, but it's just like, I want to make sure that it's kind of stuff that you guys are interested in. And since you guys cared enough to come onto the live stream, I always love to hear from you. Oh, Jaleesa, I'm so glad to hear this. And those are the kind of comments that really like blesses me. When I see comments that say, oh, I really needed this video today, or I needed this message today, and it's like, I'm really trying to get back into that space where I'm just letting God guide me and this channel. Because like I mentioned in my last video, I've kind of gotten away from that. And I really feel called to share certain things. So like when I share things, it's because I really feel something on my heart to share it. So I'm really glad when I hear the messages like, oh my gosh, I really needed to hear that. So thank you for sharing that. Lance says, did anyone else think it was cool how when you drank the water alert went off? I didn't even notice that. Rose says, kind of like not knowing how bad childhood abuse was until you see it through others' eyes. Yes, exactly. I think in a lot of abusive situations, when you're going through it, like, sometimes you can't see things, but sometimes you can see things, but after you've gotten out, even like in a bad relationship, when you get out of it, you're like, what in the heck? Like, why was I even with that person? And it's really difficult to see stuff when you're going through it. But when you get it, like even when I was making those videos about being in a cult, I was like I really didn't like I realized it, but the more I talk about it, I'm like, bro, there was so many weird things. And then a lot of people were saying like, your story reminds me of Scientology or Jehovah's Witnesses or XYZ different organizations. And I'm just like, it kind of does. Like a lot of the things were really similar. And when I watch shows like about Scientology, I'm like, whoa, like that's a lot. So yeah, it's really really difficult when you're in, but when you're out, it's even more like, whoa, like I really need to process. Tracy says, it's hard to disentangle after a cult religious organization. I have God and Jesus in my life without the organization, and you have a much better relationship now than then. Yes, exactly. It is difficult, but I'm so grateful that I'm still close to God. Raihan, I started watching when you did van build. You have nice experiences to share. Yes, thank you so much. Tracy says, that I have a much better relationship with God now than then. Yes. Jim says there's a lot of false prophets out there too. Definitely. I'm going to try to find them and expose them. um, Sorry, I lost my place. Butterfly, I see your point, but I like that we shower every day. I got you. I got you. I mean, I think it's great. Like for those that love showering every day, that's great. Do it. But I don't. I'm like too lazy. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't care about that. Hey, Quirky, how are you? Ricky says, this is a first world nation. We have a lot here. They say the more you have, the less you need. Rich people don't have many friends, and poor people have a lot of friends. They need connections. I think I think that could go both ways. Um, yeah, I think rich people could have a lot of friends too, and poor people could have no friends, and vice versa. But I just think that you have to me, I feel that relationships are the most important thing to focus on. Money's great to have, but relationships can really make or break somebody's life. Hey, Mary, how are you? Let me try this again. Hey, Allison, I know I told you that I was in a cult, and one thing that really helped me was to talk to other people who had been involved in a cult. Oh, that's really awesome. I love that. I think when you are in any kind of whatever it is, organization or bad relationship or anything, and you can associate with other people that have gone through something similar, it helps you to feel less alone. So I agree with that. Let's see. Run down. Well, it's funny how soap strips all our natural oils, and then we buy new oils to hydrate it back. You can shower, but not soap up every area every day, depending on your day and dirt level. Yes, and that's the thing is like, and that's just one example, like soap. But like if you think about anything that we consume or use or anything, it's like there's usually a reason why we were sold with like we got to have that certain thing. So, and that's true. It's like, oh, now we need coconut oil and jojoba oil, and we need all the oils and like all the things. It's just like crazy. It's the goodness of God that draws people to salvation. Yes, indeed. Jesus, on unsnap the buttons. Some people just have sad lives within Christianity. I had the exact same thing in my last church because I was single. People just aren't happy, so they have to pick at others. Yes. Yes. I was just like, bro, I just put on a shirt. It wasn't like a conscious decision. Like, I don't understand. Also, when I'm making these videos, and maybe it wasn't in that video, but like my microphone is like blocking. So I don't know, maybe it wasn't in that video. I don't even think about it. So it's just like, okay, like why are you focused on that, bro? Like, did you even listen to anything I said in the video though? Or were you still like staring down my shirt? Like, what are you doing? I wasn't. Anyways, we'll get off that. Stay tuned. I totally agree, Allison. We need to spend time working on ourselves if we find ourselves being so critical. Yes, yes. Okay, so Butterfly says Labor Day. Oh, so we got a lot of Labor Days here. Grant says Labor Day weekend here in Canada as well. Okay, I thought so. Oh, but not down under. Okay. Oh, okay. Canada has Monday off. Accidents equals tours. Yes. Oh, Grant, you took the day off. You took today off as well. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. I hope you guys have something cool planned. Okay, so let me write this down. So Quirky's coming through with trivia and games. Yeah, games are good. Don't know what else though. Okay, that's cool. You don't have to know. Even though you aren't traveling that often, where when you do travel, you can talk about it. Yes, yeah. And on my live streams, I'm always going to talk about like what I'm doing, like what's happening in my life. So I'll always be talking about that because I mean I'm like living my actual life. Rose says maybe Bible trivia. Okay, I wrote that down. How to overcome sin. All right. There's so many different types of sins, so some are harder than others to overcome. But I guess it depends on everybody has their own vices in this life or their own ways that they sin. Like, certain people are, well, I'm not going to go into all the sins, but, certain people have harder times with different things. So that would be a good one. The parables of Jesus. I love that. Tracy says, I like just hearing where you've been, what you think about stuff you hear. I live in Australia. I love hearing about life in your corner of the world. Oh, that's awesome. That's interesting. And I would like that same thing. Like, I'd be like, oh, what's going on in Australia? What are they talking about? Sometimes trivia is a good conversation starter. That's true. How do prophecies of the Bible relate in today's times? Prophecies of the Bible relate now. Okay. I believe God drives what is needed to be said. You are a blessing to me on days that I need to hear something good. Oh, thank you so much. True, your live cheered me up too. I just had a crappy thing happen and then saw you live. Nice, happy distraction. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm glad that it's a happy distraction. ST, how did the cult apply to the bite model? Let's see. I don't even know what the bite model is. I'll have to look it up. I'll write that down. How did the cult apply? Quirky says, open format. Maybe give out a Google phone number and take calls. I don't think I'm that fast on my feet. Like, sometimes when people say stuff, I have to think about things like my response. Like, I'm that kind of person that's like, oh, I thought of something so good after the fact, but in the moment, I'm not like really fast on my feet. Let's see. Why bad stuff happens to good people? Why bad stuff happens to good people? A series unpacking times that challenge faith. A series times faith. Hey Joy, how are you? Okay, Allison, do you know why we humans feel stronger in a group than alone? I heard that's why we like thinking about someone we like or love. They make us feel stronger. Yes, I personally think we're meant for each other so that we can encourage each other, because the more isolated we are with each other, the more loneliness there is and the more depression there is and the more anxiety. And then we worry about what other people are thinking about us. And then that pushes more anxiety. And then you start questioning, like, are you valuable enough or good enough or all these things? And then you're like worried about what other people are thinking. Well, those other people are probably lonely or sad too. And I think it could be, I'm not going to say it's harder for single people, but because there's times when people that are in relationships are still struggling, because you can be lonely and be in a relationship. I've been there before. But I think when we're just pushing ourselves away from people, it's not good. And it's always better to try to push through and be closer to other people. And thank you for the hearts and the emojis. way out of line. I'd love content about everyday topics just from your Christian perspective. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Christian lens. Is that a dog or cat on the bed? That's a dog. That's Jack. He's going to just be snoozing. Gotta head to work. Have a great night. Bye, Rebecca. Thank you so much for being here. Bite model is by Stephen Hassan. I'll have to look it up. The bite model, the bite model uses the three components: behavior, thought, and emotion. Let's see. Let me write this down. Behavior, thought, and emotion, and adds information as a fourth and overlapping component. The model proposes behavior, thought, control, and information control constitute the four components of mind control. Ooh, interesting. Tracy says, what Bible verses you and others find good in challenging moments would be a great conversation. Ooh, that's a good one. Challenging moments, Bible verses. Hey, Gilbert, how are you? Oh, I seem sad. I'm not sad. I'm tired. I don't know. I think it's just like from eating bad food and also the rain. It's just like one of those cozy days where I'm just like, oh, like I could just like curl up into like a nice, comfy, blankie and just like, just chill and relax. So I'm not sad. I'm actually feeling great and happy, and things are going, good. But yeah, but I think it's just because I'm relaxed, Right on. Topics should be easy for you to chat about so you don't stress. You can review restaurants or things you read about and tell stories and references to a map of place you've been to or want to visit. All right, awesome. Ponytail Van, I'm a new listener. Great, good job and great content to keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have like lots of different ideas. Like, also, I want to talk about stuff that's like happens in our like culture and stuff. But I really have to tread. I don't want to say like I have to tread lightly because I don't have to, but I just always want to be like, uh, like how do I say it? It's like I want to be like direct, but I also want to give people the benefit of the doubt because I think there's channels that will expose people and that are doing weird and crazy things. And I think it is good to just like, share things. But at the same time, these are all actual human beings. And so it's like, it's, I don't know. I feel like there's like a line that you should try to still give people, not even the benefit of the doubt, but just more so just like, you can talk about certain people and what they're doing, but also pray for those people because they need help if they're doing crazy things, and those crazy things are probably affecting other people. So everybody needs prayer, and needs another chance, like I wouldn't want people to judge me from things I've done in my past because I have changed in a lot of ways. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. So I think there's something to be said for that. Rose says it's in the YouVersion app. There are devotionals that people can do as a group. Kind of cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I think I've seen those, but I'll have to check into that. I have the YouVersion app and I read. I not read it, but I read it, and I also go on there and they have the like daily little like 1 minute clips from different like pastors and stuff like that, and I like that. Um, yes. Hey, Daily with Deb. Deb is in the house. I am still alive. Um, awesome, awesome. Do you guys hear the rain? Um, let's see. Oh, you guys can hear it? Hey, for Cheryl B, you're just a very likable person, and I personally enjoy when you cover a range of topics like you're doing today. I wish you the very best. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is very, very sweet. It is pouring outside. It's funny because, well, it's not funny, but I'm just saying it's funny because last week, when they had, what was it? I guess it was considered a Hurricane Hillary. Is that what the name of it was? But there was like this major storm coming up from Mexico into California, and it was going to like shoot through like Vegas, Nevada, and stuff like that. And we were all just like bracing ourselves and ready for it. And like my friends that are in California, my parents got a lot of rain. They had a lot of road closures over in the desert, Southern California desert. But we were like, me and Ivana here, we were like, okay, we're ready. And we had got our groceries and like, we were like, okay, we don't have to go anywhere. We're waiting. And like literally didn't even get nothing, no storms at all. We were like bummed out because we were like ready to have like, just like, be, when it doesn't rain a lot and it's super, you live in a very hot climate, you almost welcome the rain. So we were like ready and we are just like, it's going to be rainy and it's going to be nice and cozy. Didn't get anything. The skies were gray. We might have got a little drizzle and we were like, bro, that was it. So now this weekend, we're actually getting what I thought we were going to get last weekend. So I'm actually super pumped and thrilled because I love rain and we don't get it that often. So I love it. I think it's really awesome. So the only thing is, like, I don't want people to get in accidents and I don't want anyone to have any flooding. But in terms of just rain in general, I think we need it in the desert. And I just love listening to rain. So, and I even love like thunder and lightning and stuff like that. So I'm actually happy. So I'm just going to be, after this, I'm just going to be chilling, just put on my pajamas and just relax and maybe watch a little TV. So anyways, that's what's happening. Hindsight is 2020. Yes, indeed. Jim says stiff neck, judgmental Christians have a way of chasing people away from God, but we all need to remember that God is love. Exactly. That's what I aim to do on this channel, is like help people to remember that as Christians, we're not high and mighty. There's nothing special about us except for that we've decided to follow Jesus. We've decided to bend the knee to the Lord Jesus. That's it. We can all still be terrible people. And a lot of us are. Like, a lot of people are so mean to each other in the name of Christianity. And I think it's so terrible. And I want to like have a space here that respects people. And you can still be honest and truthful and be firm in your beliefs and also not be a jerk. That's my stance. So hopefully this will be a space that will be welcoming to all, and that we can all, agree to disagree if we disagree with each other and still be respectful and loving and kind to each other, because no matter what your beliefs are, you deserve to have a wonderful, encouraging life, and you deserve to be valued and loved. And that's it. Like it's really not that difficult. But people are like, oh, you did this. Oh, you said one swear word. Oh my God. Oh, you wore a shirt and one of your buttons was unbuttoned. Like and even like people are like, you're not a true Christian if you don't read from the King James version of the Bible. Bro, were you living in Israel? Did you speak Hebrew? Because calm down. Like, chill. Like, if somebody's even reading the Bible, why are we not just celebrating that? I could get riled up in the name of the Lord. So let's just calm down. But I just do not like when people get so, like you said, stiff-necked. It's not good. Oh, was it called Hurricane Idalia? Oh, I got that wrong. Oh, that was on the East Coast. Okay. Stay tuned. You love rain? Come to Seattle. Yeah. I do love rain. Amen. Amen. Um, Jim says we need to pray for those mean people. Ask the Lord to bless them. Yes, exactly. Personally, I believe that hateful people in organized religion has been used by Satan to drive people away from God. That's a good theory. That's probably true. I think what happens is that people, because I do get it. Like because I read my Bible every day and I really dig in, and I have learned so much by doing that. And not a lot of people have done that. Like, I think most people are very surfacey level Christians. And listen, people can read the Bible the way they want to, but there's even when times where I'm just like, if people would just read the Bible more, they would get more understanding. So I do understand like that thought, like you want to tell people like dig into your word, bro, like pray a little more, like, you know. But at the same time, it's like there's so much more that I don't know. So somebody could be looking at me with like, you know, how dare you? You haven't even read all, like, this, that, or the other. And it's just like, okay, we all just need to chill. If covering culture stuff, please make it edifying. There are enough channels that allow judgment. Yes. Yeah. And I think that's the where I have to pray for discernment. Because it's like you want to share things with people about like culture and what's happening, and almost like from a news perspective of sharing like this is happening or that happened at a church or this pastor did this or whatever. But also, again, these are still real people, and I see that there's a lot of Christian channels that they do talk about cultural things, and I actually watch a lot of those channels. But I do see that they could teeter on just being a gossipy situation. And I'm not even gonna front. Like, I actually can get caught up in gossip, and I'm a very curious person. I even like to ear hustle when I'm at restaurants, like listening to other people's conversations. I'm nosy. I like to know things. I like to hear things. So I do watch a lot of those channels from other Christians that they're like covering, things that are happening in the news. Excuse me, in the news and culture and stuff like that. And they come at it from a Christian perspective, a Christian lens, but it also could come off as like judgy. Um, and we all have judgments, and it's okay to have judgments and opinions. But then I think if they don't end the videos with just like, but hey, we need to pray for these people. We need to like, look inwardly at ourselves. Then I just think like, okay, well, you know, maybe include that in the videos, because it could come off as just like cherry picking things out of the news and just wanting to talk crap about those people. And that's not really what we're called to do, even though it can seem like fun and like, oh, let's talk about these people. And I can get caught up in that as well. So I'm gonna have to pray to like really like keep that in my mind if I do cover cultural stuff. So I appreciate that comment, because we all should be holding each other accountable, like not in a ugly way, but just like as reminders like that. Like, I think that's great if you're talking to other creators and you're just like, hey, like if you're gonna do stuff like that, like maybe just remember that these are people. Like, that's very helpful to creators, I think. Churchianity. Jim says, yes, Satan appears as the angel of light, and his servants pose as ministers of righteousness. Yes. Oh yeah, on those people who say you're not a true Christian that makes me so mad. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not a true Christian. Yes, thank you, Roderick. I will be staying in. I have all the groceries I need. I don't need to go out. The only thing is that my friend ordered dog food from Amazon, and they delivered it to the office, which is a decent walk away from the apartment that we stay in. So I think I have one scoop of dog food left for this dog for tonight. But then tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to go get that dog food. So I'm like, I'm definitely not going tonight to go get the dog food. So I'll be having to scrape up some food for the dog so he can eat. But yes, I'll be staying dry and staying safe. All right, so we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys for all the ideas. Um, and I wrote them down. And also, I'll just be making different various ones. Like one of the ones that I'm going to be doing is um, like Christian YouTubers that you didn't even know were Christian. Like just because there's channels that you might not even know. Like I was doing travel snacks about van life, and people didn't. I mean, they if you watch the channel, you would know, but people didn't know. Like there's other Christians in other fields besides just Christian dedicated channels. And I'm also going to be making videos about actual Christian YouTubers. You guys hear that? It's so loud. Like different men of God YouTube channels or women of God YouTube channels. I'm also going to be making like more spicier videos about like things I wish I knew before I ever had sex, like from a Christian perspective, or like dating as a Christian. Um, cultural things that's happening, like, I don't know, there's lots of things I have written down. Um, but I also want to do Bible studies because I received a lot of messages and comments from people saying that they would love to have videos about Bible studies, and that's really something that I'm interested in. So that might be boring for some people, but that's very awesome for me. Like I would love to do Bible study live streams and Bible study videos. And then also with the cult stuff, I'm going to be trying to cover one new cult, uh, like cult leader or cult every week, um, because that's interesting to me. And a lot of them will have to do with like religious organizations, but it may not necessarily be like a religious organization. There's lots of cults that aren't religious. So that's kind of the broader scope that I'll be talking about. And I actually appreciate when people are like, that's not for me. I appreciate your channel, but I'm going to bounce. I appreciate that. I mean, I hope people stick around and I hope they give it a chance because you may listen to something and it may not be your cup of tea, but you might get something out of it. So stick around. But if you just feel you can't, then that's okay too. Because I know more people are going to be coming to this channel that can relate and will enjoy it. And so for those that don't feel comfortable with listening, then I just pray blessings over you and just pray you have a great life. Like I'm appreciative of you even never watching any of my videos, like even one time. So that's great. I love it. I'm gonna read these last comments and then we're gonna wrap it up. Why are ads coming up during live stream? Anyone else having that happen? So, Tammy, YouTube just started doing this thing where they are giving creators the opportunity to have ads running during the live streams so that there's a little bit more ad revenue coming because um, usually what happens is there'll be ads placed on the replay, but during the live stream, there's not. So it's just another kind of a way for the creator, like if there's like not a lot of donations coming, like a lot of super chats coming through the live stream, they allow ads to be played so that there's a little bit of ad revenue coming during the live stream, which is very helpful for me as a creator, because I know that like with the economy, like the donations to this channel have been down significantly. That's not a knock on anybody, but I'm just like keeping it real that, you know, on these live streams in the past, there'd usually be a lot more donations to support the channel, but I know that not everybody can do that. And so YouTube's been giving more opportunities to place ads. And so they just show like you can um in the back end when you set up these live streams, it gives you the opportunity to put like light, balanced, or aggressive ads, like in terms of like how many should play during the live stream. So I selected balanced. So you guys shouldn't be receiving like the most ads during the live stream, but you will get some ads. But it'll play the ad, you can skip it mostly, and then it'll continue on the live stream. So that's just a way to kind of support the channel without making a donation in a sense. But yes, I think Grant says some like that if you have an ad blocker, you won't see the ads, which is totally fine. You can put an ad blocker. Also, if you have YouTube Premium, then you won't see the ads as well. So, um, if you want YouTube Premium, you can get that separately. But I don't have that. But I'm just saying that's another way if you didn't want to see ads, but that's basically what's happening. Rose says, we are supposed to judge fruit, but do it in love. Warning people of danger is love. Allowing people to blithely go on their way to hell isn't love. Facts. Facts. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. YouTube inserts the ads where it wants. Yes, exactly. So just a real quick thing, like you can choose, like I said, light, balanced, or aggressive. If it's aggressive, then you'll get more, like the more ads would show up. So I just picked balanced, but you could also, like I could also go in and select, okay, I want an ad to play every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. I didn't want to do that. So I just selected balanced, and then YouTube chooses where they feel the ads would be like best suited. So anyways, that's in full transparency in what's happening, because I need to try to get these coins up, because listen, I'm not like, if I have to go get like a traditional job, it'd be way less time for me to do YouTube. So I'm just trying to balance out, you know, like being able to continue doing the channel like full time. All right, awesome. So Tracy says, have an awesome night, my friends. Stay safe tomorrow when you go out for doggy food. Thank you so much. Rose says, y'all have a great night. God bless. God bless us large. Yes. Night all says Ryan. Tammy says, Grant, first time this has happened and all the live streams seen, I do have ad blocker. Oh, interesting. Love matters. Thank you for stepping out and standing in your convictions of your Christian faith. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Susanna Peters, I love live Bible study. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Jim says, people may not know they're in a cult. Facts. Because when I was in it, I was like, oh no, surely I'm not. But yes. Tracy says, yeah, I have YouTube Premium. That way I support without having to see it. Yes, that's another great way. And YouTube Premium, YouTube somehow divvies it up to creators. It's very small, like pennies, but if you have YouTube Premium, it also supports the channel as well somehow. But anyways, that's enough of that. But I just wanted to mention like why the ads are showing up. So I appreciate you guys so much. And I appreciate you guys, rocking with me even through the channel change and, content change. And, I think it's going to be great. I think that's going to be encouraging for a lot of people. And I want you to know that you're valuable, you're loved. And I hope you have a great weekend. If it's a long weekend for you, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get the most out of it. And thank you for the heart emojis and everything. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the loving comments and stuff. And I appreciate you guys dearly. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.